The minute the talks were announced, there was sheer confusion and disbelief here among the diplomatic circles in Bangkok. It is not unusual that the Thai military would make overtures to the Burmese military because they are so intertwined, both from a military and an economic perspective. In fact, many of the retired Thai generals sit on the boards of many big Thai companies. That is one reason. The other reason really is they also wanted to have some kind of a last hurrah and kind of have a difference between the policy position of the Move Forward Party, which is still very much slated to take the helms of the government. There are some bits and pieces, moving pieces going around, but I think we'll have some clarity of the Move Forward Party's position next week.
Yeah, we'll get to move forward a little bit later, but in general, does Thailand have a case, though, whatever ASEAN says, in having to engage with the source country for thousands of refugees?
See, this is one of the things that, that needs to be addressed in Thailand, because there are so many displaced Burmese people, a lot of it around Chiang Mai and the border area, increasingly in Bangkok. And one of the biggest, concerns is about the visa status. Many of our Burmese friends are clutching straws in terms of all kinds of temporary visa. I think any Thai government that comes takes the responsibility of the next government will seriously need to look into how to ensure the safety of the displaced Burmese people in Thailand for the mid to long term.
Yeah, so let's get into that a bit more. What does the eventual change in government in Thailand hold? Perhaps looking in Thailand for Myanmar nationals who are there at the moment.
It really depends on the composition of the government. At this stage, the speaker's election will be on the 3rd of July, which is literally Monday next week, and then thereafter, after the selection of the Prime Minister. So far, until announcements just moments ago, the Move Forward Party leader still claims he has enough numbers, including in the Senate, to clinch the Prime Minister's spot. But at the same time, we will also have to look at the movements behind the Thai Party and also the former Deputy Prime Minister Pravin, who are also jockeying in the background for some influence. I think it's important to take note the Thai's political position or policy position vis-a-vis Myanmar. There are two things. One, during the elections, the Thai leadership has categorically come out to say for them, Myanmar is a low priority. Post-elections, they are saying softly, gently, any engagement with Myanmar should, take Thailand's economic and development priorities first. So obviously, with the two big parties in terms of results coming together to try to form a government, you can see this immediately schism there in terms of policy position when it comes to Myanmar.
Yeah, so if, as you say, a major coalition partner in the form of Pheu Thai would put Myanmar very low on its priorities, where do you see this impasse where Myanmar itself continues to be cut off from the international community? It's not improving relations with other members of ASEAN. So what do the next 6 months hold as far as this impasse is concerned with Myanmar?
Well, I think what we will see is a difficulty among the member states of ASEAN, because ASEAN is very divided. On the one side, half of ASEAN is literally Indonesia, and then you have the other half who are also kind of, a big product towards Myanmar. And here we also need to consider the foreign policy position of China. China holds a lot of sway within some of the states in Myanmar, such as Cambodia, Laos, and increasingly also Thailand. So I think these dynamics will play out in terms of what kind of role ASEAN can really see. One other variable in 6 months that will change is the ASEAN chairmanship will pass over from Indonesia to Laos. And when it passes over to Laos and to China in the background, I anticipate further challenges in keeping Myanmar on the political and democratic track.
Okay, Dr. James Gomez, really good to get your thoughts as always. Thanks very much.
Thank you.